He'd once again proved to be a despicable human being because he left his third wife to drown. Now, thankfully, she did survive this and she was picked up by the police, but no charges were brought against her. Now, the police made a bit of a boo-boo here. They made the presumption that Donald had possibly drowned. So once the police had left the area, Donald fled back to North Carolina, back to his fourth wife, Lenny. Now, she didn't want any part of him and wanted him out of her life as soon as possible. Now, she would soon read about the incident with Jerry and her almost drowning, and she would end up contacting the police. Now, he'd find himself back in handcuffs pretty quickly and extradited back to Florence, South Carolina to face those charges. Now, it was almost 2 years he'd been on the run. Donald was now set to serve time for what he'd done to Patsy. So he was sentenced to 6 years and an extra 2 years for his escape. Now, when he arrived back at prison, he was still considered a power man. However, there was a slight difference this time. He had a warden that truly believed in rehabilitation and not using extreme punishment on prisoners. Now, Willis McDougall, or McDougald, the warden of the prison, would even write a letter to the parole board asking for Donald's release due to his good behaviour. Wouldn't this prove to be the worst mistake in history? And this letter obviously went a really long way because he was released after only serving 4 years of his 8-year sentence. There was one condition of his parole though. He was never to set foot in Florence.